Welcome back to Dive Twang. I'm Dave. So we've got another kind of groovy R&B-ish feeling piece here. And this one has two short sections, right? So it's kind of more of a song format, right? We've got that if you just watch the intro there, the main riff is that G to C. I think it does it 4 times. Then it moves into E minor, D, C, and it repeats that. It goes back to the... Okay, so if we go back to our twang 3-component method of understanding and composing music, the 3 things that we always need are progression, or the chords, melody, whether that's vocals, solo instruments, what have you, and timing stuff, the tempo, the groove, how we hold our notes and how fast and slow we go and where we rest, where we don't play versus where we do play. Stuff like that. So there's our chords. Melody-wise, we don't have a vocal line, on this backing track. I raised the bass up a little bit this time. Listen to that for a second. The bass is kind of, it's almost like a vocal line. This is what leads you, especially in that second section. It kind of walks around and moves around a little bit. But you don't have to study that bass line or analyze it, but that's kind of our reference for the melody, kind of the feel of the song. Right? So we want stuff in our improvisation and our improvising that's going to work, melodically and harmonically with those chords in that bass line, right? And the main things that I was doing in that intro are kind of dividing it into those 2 sections. So I had one strategy that I was using a lot during the G and C part, and one that I was doing for that E minor section, okay? So over this part, doing mostly a G minor pentatonic, blues kind of thing, and really leaning on this B flat. I'm giving it a little, bend here and there. Okay, so when I'm over that C chord especially, leading back down to that G. All right, try that out for a second. Well, you never know what you're going to get with the backing track the way I do it. But, so, don't worry, we got some stuff for that section too, but call me out there. I said minor pentatonic, didn't I? But well, what's that one? Okay. G major pentatonic. So let's expand our our game plan down here a little bit. That works well too. So alternating, and we've talked about this a lot on the channel, alternating your minor and major pentatonics on the same root over some progressions, especially simple ones that kind of go back and forth in a fourth like that, work really well. So one more little demo of that. And of course, we land on the B part. Minor, major. Okay. Now, I'm throwing a lot at you pretty quick here today, right? So I'm going to put diagrams up there for both of those. Perhaps, and I'm just doing a couple of positions of it. And so many of you already have positions all over the place for the neck, for different shapes and so forth for pentatonic. So I'm just demonstrating it down here. So we got, sometimes you can put that blues scale note in there. Okay, and then our major pentatonic. Okay, both starting on G. So that's not all the stuff you could do down there for that section, but that'll get you far. So that'll suffice for this time around, and then we'll move up to this one. So we need a strategy for when we're on this section. Okay, so now the first thing I would probably do is just keep trying to do the same thing that was working before. Well, I wouldn't say that's a total bomb, but that especially that note there didn't really do that well with the E minor and the D. All right, that's off. So just thought we'd give it a shot, because you could probably make that work by kind of avoiding certain notes and using others, and staying in that blues scale stuff. But I want to give you something that we know is going to really work out for you there. So when it's kind of a modulation, or not really switching keys necessarily in this case, but switching our scale choices. So here's one thing that's likely to work is if we E minor. Well, let's try an E minor pentatonic. Part of this is just testing out theories. That's part of what I'm teaching here. Okay, we might have found something to work with here. So that E minor pentatonic is really working over that B section. When I say A and B section, those are just a way of labeling like parts of a song. They're not chord names, right? So that simple strategy, G minor pentatonic over that first section, and E minor pentatonic over the other part. Major tune over that first section. Now, hit one note there that probably shouldn't have belonged in there. Now, E minor pentatonic, what's the relative major of E minor? Because when I was playing, when I moved this, wait a second. These are the same notes. Okay, so there's a lot overlapping with that E minor pentatonic and G major pentatonic. So that's in play for this part. The only thing that's getting really not working is the minor pentatonic blues stuff of the G minor pentatonic over that second section, right? The rest of it's all good. So I don't want you to think that, oh, these are all rules and I can't do anything but, what just got mentioned. Not really, but, if you look at it as what you can do, those are the things that we can really rely on. And, that's a lot. What I just told you and what I'm going to demonstrate here, more importantly, you will never run out of anything to play over a groove like this with those tools. So let's break this down a little bit. I know that was a lot of explaining. Here's what's going on. Now, not trying to, be silly there and just start carrying on all over the place. Let me kind of demystify some of that right there. What was basically happening until just that last little bit going down was switching back from that minor pentatonic blues stuff down here, and the E minor pentatonic stuff. And as we mentioned before, that E minor notes overlap with the G major pentatonic. Don't want to confuse you. But, when you look at the files that I'm going to put in the description section, it'll have these three things that it'll come together for you. You might have to watch this one a couple times. Now, G major is our relative major for this E minor pentatonic up here. And a lot of times on this channel, we've pointed out that when you're doing that, a lot of times you can plug in the relative major right within that framework. Okay, so E minor pentatonic. Okay, and G major just the do, re, mi scale. Let's see. I like just those real plain kind of licks over that part. Then, because then when you hit this one, so what just happened? Same game plan. I basically did the blues scale stuff down here. When it went to that second section, I jumped up, got in position in my E minor pentatonic position, but I laced it with notes from that G major scale. Okay. And, you know, I like places where you have two notes right together, and I like to kind of trill that or hammer it on. You know, you see me do that a lot. So that's going to take some. Now, when we do our Just Show Me the Licks in a couple days, for this lesson, I'll break down some licks like that. We'll pick a few and really, you know, look at them under the microscope. But those are the concepts, right? So blues scale stuff, alternating G minor and G major pentatonic down here over that first section. When it moves up to the E minor section, you know, a lot of the stuff I'm doing in that intro is just these same notes. Just played down on these strings, right? Okay. Not trying to go too fast, but I just want to give you the ideas, right? This is a lot. But those are the three things that you're working out with: minor pentatonic, major pentatonics, and the major scale. It's just knowing where to plug them in. A little bit more demonstration here, and then I'll get you over to backing track version of the same thing that you're hearing me play over, and put up a few diagrams in there and stuff as you go, and I'll also put links in the description section. Okay, so let me know how you do with this. If we need to, you know, break it down some more or go over it again in another video, we can do that. But this is really, you know, useful stuff. And a lot of you have told me that you're really getting to where you can put together, you know, a couple different strategies and really start, you know, walking it around. That's cool. You're going to really enjoy that. So this is what that's all about, having places that you switch gears in the tune, right? A little bit more jam. G minor pentatonic. You see how I went up here, basically doing that E minor pentatonic, but I just did a little bit of this and that and bent a couple things, did a couple hammers, and really embellished that. So I don't mean to just be flying through all that, but I want you to, go at your own pace before you get into the backing track. If the backing track's, kind of hard to keep up with at first, just, break it down. Go through everything we just did off to the side, make your own loop of chords and stuff that where you go a little bit slower or something. But you'll get it, right? And you'll naturally put together your system of how all that can work for you. All right. So let me know how you're doing with this, okay? I'll talk to you real soon. A couple days before just show me the licks for this one will come out. All right. Appreciate you. See you next time.